What's up, YouTube? Welcome to ExceedTheHype.com. It's your boy Lucrecio coming at you with another video. Alright, so this video is going to be a little bit different than my normal videos. I'm just going to kind of get up here and talk freely about one LeBron James and his coverage by the media, by ESPN, whether it's TNT or whatever other media outlets that cover sports, right? So, with LeBron James, I noticed there's a trend that's been happening the last couple of years, and it looks like it's going to continue into the foreseeable future. And that trend is the idea that other upcoming stars are passing him. Like, for instance, last season, it was Steph Curry. Now, Steph Curry had an amazing season and was awesome. But the problem was last season is that the media narrative turned into, oh, Steph Curry is now the best player in the NBA. Now, in my opinion, you don't have to cheapen the game by lying to the casual sports fans and pushing. You could push Steph Curry without lying to the sports fans, casual sports fans or whatever. We all knew that Steph Curry wasn't the best player in the NBA last year. We all knew that was still LeBron, and that's probably going to be LeBron for the next couple of years. But they pushed it so hard that it seemed like a large portion of the population started to actually believe that this Steph Curry guy was actually better than LeBron James. And what happened in the finals? Even though they went up 3-1 comeback, LeBron had the game, the two of the games of his life or whatever. He has a bunch of them in the playoffs, a bunch of signature LeBron performances, and Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors go home sad, obviously, which is fine. But my thing is, you could push Steph Curry, you could push other stars in the NBA without having to put LeBron into the mix and create this narrative that, oh, LeBron is now being surpassed by somebody, when that's not actually what's going on when you watch the NBA. When you watch the NBA, you always see LeBron dominating the game, the NBA game, every star, for the most part, most of the teams. This year, it's happening again. It's not necessarily Steph Curry, because Steph Curry's momentum was slowed by Kevin Durant. And we went through this Kevin Durant thing a couple years ago. Now, in my opinion, Kevin Durant is probably number 2. So when people elevate these upcoming stars over LeBron, it's really, in my opinion, it should be offensive to Kevin Durant too. Because, for instance, this year, the new guy, the star that's being born this year is Kawhi Leonard. Now everybody wants to argue, is Kawhi Leonard better than LeBron? To me, it's a ridiculous argument. Kawhi Leonard isn't better than Kevin Durant. Kawhi Leonard isn't. He's probably somewhere where Westbrook and whoever else. But to me, I would still, go Kevin Durant. I'd go Curry. I'd probably go somebody. After I thought about it, I'd probably go somebody else over Kawhi Leonard at this point. That's not saying Kawhi Leonard isn't good. That's not saying Kawhi Leonard isn't excellent. That's not saying Kawhi Leonard isn't, doesn't have a chance to be one of the, the biggest upcoming stars or whatever. It just means that it's a ridiculous question to say that he's better than LeBron. And to me, it's a ridiculous question to say that he's better than Kevin Durant. So, but it seems like they do that to kind of sell the product every year. Every year they pick up somebody else has a good season or whatever, and all of a sudden the thing is to elevate them over, who has been seen to be the best player in the NBA the last 10 years or however long. To me, it's stupid. I don't understand. And then you have the parasites, the types of people who made a career or $26 million contract off of just downing LeBron in the most ridiculous fashion. You have those types of people. Every time somebody's elevated, they jump on a bandwagon and like, oh, okay, yeah, this person's better than LeBron, blah, 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 blah. The actuality is, this guy in Cleveland is still the best player in the NBA. It probably has 2, 3, 4 years on top of that perch. And when somebody comes to knock him off the perch or whatever as the best player, you will know it's not gonna be. You won't have to reach for it. Is what I'm saying. Last year, Steph Curry had a tremendous season, but it was obvious that even though that team very well could have won last year, it's still obvious as an individual talent, Steph Curry wasn't better than LeBron. Just like right now, it's very obvious that LeBron still the best player. Kawhi Leonard of all, I don't want to say of all people because it sounds like when I say that I don't like Kawhi Leonard or whatever. I like Kawhi Leonard's game a lot. I think he's awesome, especially defensively. His growth as a player the last couple of years has been tremendous. He's just amazing. His mid-range game is amazing. He's become a really good three-point shooter. He's awesome. He's absolutely awesome. But he's not better than the best player in the NBA. And who knows? LeBron James is commonly understood as one of the top 3 players of all time. That's not leaving out anybody. So how is an upcoming star or upcoming superstar elevated above him by the media? It doesn't make any sense. I think it's stupid that they keep pushing this narrative about people, Kawhi Leonard or Steph Curry or whoever else before that and whoever else will be next year. I don't know, maybe next year might be Greek Freak or somebody, that these guys are better than the best player in the NBA. It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, I had to get up here and say that because I feel like all day I've been listening to the same nonsense, a comparison that doesn't even go together when you talk about, and then they're using the term all-around player, and it doesn't even make, and that makes it worse, right? Because all-around player, assists, rebounds, points, whatever you want to say, steals, blocks, blah, 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 across the board, right? Now, I agree. Kawhi Leonard's an amazing defender, and offensively, he's becoming one of the best. But if you look at points, rebounds, assists, doesn't do any of those at a higher level than LeBron. So how is he a better all-around? It just doesn't fit. Just does not fit. Anyway, leave your comments. Let me know. Let me know your opinion. I'm pretty sure most people will probably agree with me, but if you don't, it's cool. All right, leave your comments.